Hello, I'm Deborah Sword.
Hi, I'm Tyson Bankert.
Tyson, somebody said to me that this practice was hard,
It
that
is.
and it would be delightful and wonderful if it was easy.
Mhm,
I've been studying conflict competence for decades. I'm
mhm,
still learning.
mhm,
But I want to just talk about success and failure and what
mhm.
that actually means in the practice of conflict competence. Because it would be easy for me to say, if I do X, you will succeed. If
Right,
you do Y, this is what will happen.
right.
But conflict is complex
Hmm.
and it's different with everybody and it shifts with the mood and the context and the
Hmm.
system you're in. So I want to just encourage people who are trying. First of all, thank you for trying and thank you for listening. And I hope you'll subscribe. But if you're trying and it feels like you failed,
Hmm.
what did you learn?
And I appreciate what you said too. It's a practice, and I mean the whole metaphor. It is a marathon, not a sprint. And so for every step that you take, you're getting to somewhere, even if that 1 kilometer feels like it was not the best one, right? And I think though there's something to be said about people who are doing those things, and every time that they take that step, they think they're doing it wrong. And that it can be really discouraging because like I know you've been watching however many episodes now of us, and you've been trying to practice and utilize it with different groups of people. You're testing it out. It's you are learning, but I think that what can really not be a very pleasant experience is thinking you're always doing it wrong.
Yeah. And there is no wrong.
Yeah.
So there's two parts to this. There's behavior and
Mm-hmm.
there's attitude.
Mm.
So let's parse that.
Yeah.
You're doing the practice, and that means you're following a different script. You're trying different things. You're trying to emerge from a pattern that hasn't been working for you
Mm-hmm.
repeatedly, and you maybe haven't yet found the new pattern that is improving the relationship the way you would want. So maybe you're still skeptical and say, this isn't working.
Mm-hmm.
But that's behavior, and habits, as you know, take time to change. But there's also the attitude, and that means you're changing your mindset. That is
Yeah.
self inflicted. That is you doing the self talk so that you're changing your mindset to say, well, this didn't feel successful completely, but it also wasn't a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Or this was sort of successful, but here's what I learned.
Absolutely.
And so there's this two-piece process to it, and they don't always go in lockstep.
Mm-hmm.
You might change the behavior, and then your mindset has to catch up.
Right. And can I add a very important variable to this is you can only control yourself. And so you could be testing and trying and practicing these skills on a partner or someone's really close to you, and you might go, well, they're not changing, so therefore I must be doing something wrong. And no, that's not always the case. So once again, to your attitude and behavior, that mindset shift is sometimes the environment that person's in doesn't actually change. So you might think that even though you're changing and practicing. The results might not be what you're always looking for, but knowing that your mindset is able to take those skills in other areas as well.
And as you change your mindset and your behavior, maybe at different
Yeah,
times,
totally.
you might not be noticing the
Hmm.
changing uh, environment and the other
Yeah,
partner
totally.
changing because change is incremental.
And hard.
It's hard and it's baby steps, and you slip back into the old patterns. But as you change the attitude, the mindset, an open mindset doesn't get discouraged. The open
Mhm.
mindset says,
Yeah,
well, that was an experience,
yeah, yeah.
and every experience is an experience. So you change the conflict the next time, and the person who said, wow, you're really different, and it's
Hmm.
consistent,
Hmm.
is it's a different experience for the other person than if you try it once and then go back to the old pattern.
Right, right.
Because they aren't trusting the
Mhm.
change
Mhm.
until they see the change is consistent.
Mhm. Mhm.
So your behavior change, your mindset change, and then the system you're
Mhm.
operating
Mhm.
within changes with the script.
Mhm. And so for me, all of this really is summary like progress, right? It's that progression. And I encourage everyone who's been following us along for, this long and taking these skills, it is progress. And as we learn new things and our environments change, we have to be adaptable. So I encourage folks to just keep trying, even though it is hard.
That's right, because the behavior changes the mindset and the mindset changes the behavior. They work together,
Mhm.
but not necessarily at the same speed.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you'll subscribe to our podcast, like it, share it, and leave comments. We love to hear from you. Thank you.